I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Good morning. I'll make a motion. The Board of Commissioners approves the July 21st, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
Second, roll call please.
Sabrina?
Yes?
And Jill?
Yes. All right, Kelly Jo, you are up, please.
All right, first item that I have on my open agenda is a review of the May-June JFS data report. As it relates to what I see that you might want me to chat about, on the first page under the non-emergent transportation program, you see an increase in calls coming in regarding requesting transportation. So we are right now at a time where we went out for bid for renewal for our NET program. We had 7 bids come in to service this population, so we're moving through those and should be finalizing those soon, but definitely the need continues to grow in that space.
Kelly Jo, so you don't have the data yet for the Medicaid?
No, it's not here yet.
Is that hung up?
Nope.
Kelly Jo, how are you guys being impacted with the Medicaid or numbers and stuff helping constituents? Because, you know, we're hearing a lot of hardship cases from major providers in the county.
Yeah.
One of them being the, excuse me, the Board of DD, Hattie Larlums. I mean, people that rely heavily on Medicaid.
From a health insurance perspective, we've not received an influx of calls as it relates to residents asking where they can go to get services because they were terminated. But we are recognizing the impact for kids in custody, especially those kids that have developmental disabilities.
Yes.
Because the Board of DD is rolling back some waivers for that population. And so I think we're gonna see a profound impact on that population and accessing services to the point where I think, you know, as a Family and Children's First Council, and there's 3 agencies that fund special requests, JFS, Board of DD, and the Mental Health Board. I believe we'll see more increase through that venue, and I also think that we will tend to be a primary funder when other systems like Board of DD are being impacted. So I don't think we've seen the full magnitude of it yet. I think it's coming though.
Yeah.
And it's a scary time for people. So
Thank
great
you.
question. You're welcome. On page 2 is just continuation. Alex and I met because there was an error on the customer service center and the total calls received. Because my question when I saw this was there was 700 plus more calls from May to June. And actually that was an error. There were 3,775 calls in June,
okay.
so that has been corrected. But I don't think I've ever shared this before. The net calls that we saw on the previous page are combined with these calls as well. So kind of makes sense that you saw a little bit of an increase in net calls and then you see a little bit of an increase in the total overall calls. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. He did want me to report, he's gonna come with me in next month's meeting. This is Alex Bo about the Thursday change. That to date, they've been able to process 943 additional verifications that impact cases. So they're seeing a positive
benefit
impact for our customers, yeah.
Good, yeah, good.
Ohio Means Jobs on page 3, not much of a variance there. On page 4, we didn't highlight the back to school program because it's not specifically an emergency services program, but wanted to share with you that our team has issued 1,500 plus back-to-school vouchers to.
And how much are they, $200?
$175, yeah.
Wow.
So, good stuff.
I'm sorry, Kelly Jo, how many did you say they
Over
issued?
1,500, I think it was
Oh, wow.
1,520 something, and
Wow.
still, that's not the final number quite
Right.
yet.
Because they have through like tomorrow
Yeah.
to, okay.
Yep.
To apply, right.
That's crazy.
Benefit Bridge, while the numbers have reduced, we have done a lot more with publicity. We have ads in the movie theaters. There should be some billboards around the community. We've done some info sessions. We have some new services that we're also going to offer this population. One is with the health district, that they, in the months of August and September, will be doing health and wellness sessions for every qualified Benefit Bridge participant. They would receive a $125 voucher for the farmer's market. We are also partnering with a couple agencies to do furniture and appliance vouchers for those that are relocating. And so that's a supportive service, but nonetheless, it helps individuals as they transition.
Yeah.
Child and Adult Protective Services, a number of kids in foster care custody has maintained in the 70s, so it's 77 at the end of June. A little bit less for Adult Protective Services, but we're continuing to see around 80 with our Adult Protective Service open cases.
Wow.
And that was really it relevant to numbers that I saw. You might have questions unless you had something else for me.
I just noticed there was, back on page 2, we issued 112 more gas cards.
Yeah,
That was quite a bit.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Fuel.
Right.
Okay, the next item I had is our quarterly customer service report for quarter 2. 68 of our customers responded. The numbers, as far as 0 to 10, 10 being phenomenal, range from 7 to 10. We do see the public assistance area. I've seen some 7s in that space, and comments, wait times on the phones. Couple issues which would correlate to individual concerns we would need to address with employees. But otherwise, I also thought some of the comments were very positive.
Yes.
So,
I agree.
wasn't sure if you had any additional questions, but want to be transparent in what our residents are saying about Job and Family Services.
Yep, thank you.
Welcome. You're getting to see a brand new report. We have completed in-house quality assurance reviews for the last decade at Portage JFS. This is the first time that we're reporting out to the Board of Commissioners, just because it's been a growth and development process. But every job description within JFS has a quality assurance review, and we are reviewing at a minimum of 4 tasks per job description. So all employees have 1 review completed per quarter of the quality of their work, whatever position that ties to. The only difference is the administrators at JFS, I have them being reviewed on a monthly basis as opposed to quarterly. So this report, just high level, and I can get into the details in future quarters as you become more familiar. But the summary is that the agency as a whole had an overall compliance rate of 83%. With a total of 204 reviews, and that 204 is again a review for every employee, with the exception of you have an increased review period for administrators. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you look at page 3, just kind of it correlates to that 17% non-compliant rate. I'll use an example, a simple one that I could explain on page 3. So case reviews. 9 reviews that occurred in this quarter. In and of itself, a lot of the recommendations that this report offers to the administrators is more training, workshops, those types of things. And so, anyways, I'm really proud of, we've been meaning to get this report to you for a long time, but we finally got to a place where we worked out some kinks and feel good about providing it to you. questions on that new report?
No, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is a very good
Yeah, good, it's very nice.
summary.
And the last item that I had on the open agenda was just an example. We have not moved forward formally. It'll go through the internal services process, but at a call, Lisa Fay was on a fiscal call with JFS fiscal administrators and learned about Propio is being used by ODJFS and some other counties to provide interpreter services. Right now, we work with area institutions and it's a fee for service. We don't have a current contract, but they will honor the ODJFS rates for our county. So I really think the fact that they offer in-person interpreter and translation services, they'll come out in person if it warrants, for all individuals. I just really like that this is available, and so we will move forward with that, and you'll see it on the other end through internal services. We don't receive many requests, but with civil rights compliance, we need to make sure we move forward in that space. Any questions on this agreement?
No,
No,
I do not have any.
And that's all that I had open agenda wise, unless you had any questions.
I do not.
I do not either.
I
So-
do- Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you, go ahead.
No, I was gonna go into executive session, so.
Shall I move to the resolution on the open before then? I had a resolution and then an executive.
We'll do that
later.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions relevant to the resolution, that the numbers that I
did.
provided came from the auditor's
From the
office?
auditors.
Yep.
So it didn't change from last
Nope,
time
it
that
was
we asked for the
exactly
levy,
the
so
same
it's
number.
the $14 on the 100,000.
Yep.
Okay. Nope,
Okay.
I have no
Okay.
questions.
All right.
Wonderful. Okay.
I'll make a motion in accordance with Ohio Revised Code 121.22G1. The Board of Commissioners moves into executive session to consider the appointment of a public employee.
Second, roll call, please.
Sabrina
Yes?
and Jill.
Yes.
I'll go try this.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second, roll call, please.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes, no action.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you,
All right,
Kelly
thanks,
Jo.
Kelly Jo.
All right, Jackie. Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, Jen.
Hey, how are you?
So we're bringing back the discussion, the first discussion item is about the Portage Housing 1, 2, and 3 projects that we had discussed before. So.
So I am back just to kind of go over any additional questions that you may have, to kind of fill you in on what the other communities have chosen to do. So we've talked to all three now. The additional communities are the City of Ravenna, City of Kent, and Ravenna Township. The City of Ravenna is moving forward, and they have their ordinance scheduled for Monday night's council meeting, so that one will be in place as of Monday evening. The City of Kent, I've spoke to their Community Development Department, who administers their revolving loan funds, and they are in agreement, and they are starting to move forward with the council process. I don't know if any council will have any questions, or if it's gonna just kind of go through, but that one is also moving forward. Ravenna Township, I am planning on going back on Tuesday's meeting to have some more discussion with them. Their big concern is if we capping the interest rate at 0, and then what would our other people who've received loans, what would they say about that? And would they all come back and start asking for reductions as well? We did look at their list of loans that were funded through the revolving loan fund, and besides the Portage Housing ones and our loans with them, there was only one that had an interest rate. Everything else was 0% due on sale, because again, the revolving loan funds are federal funds, come through the state, hit the local level, but they still get monitored by the state, and they still have very specific uses and restrictions, and financing mechanisms are limited. So we're back, just like I said, to answer any additional questions you may have, and I did want to update you now that we have a little bit better knowledge on what everybody's choosing to do.
And if Ravenna Township decides not to be in favor of, how does that impact the overall?
That I'm not sure of. Like, we haven't really, there's not a good answer for that. Because looking at the projects, in order to keep the must-pays affordable so that the current residents, as they choose to buy, can get that earned equity that the previous tenants that have bought, keep it kind of fair and across the board, the interest is just going to continue to accrue. And the problem is, we don't know, are we going to sell the remainder of these houses in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? We're not kicking anybody out. We're not saying if you don't buy within the next 5 years, you have to leave because we want to sell all the homes and be done with the project. We were going to maintain up through that last home as a affordable housing project. But we don't know. We don't know what that would look like. The interest most likely would just continue to accrue as it does.
Yeah.
And there would be a much larger write-off for whatever that board is at that time, because we really don't have a good answer to make sure that, obviously, the more homes we sell, the less rent the project's collecting, but as the homes get older, the maintenance is increasing. We do try to make sure, as we're selling the homes to the residents, if there's a roof leak, if there's a furnace upgrade, something that needs to be done, we take care of that prior to selling, so that way we don't want to set anybody up for failure. We're trying to, and this has been a very successful project. We've sold, I think we're up to like 36 or 37 since the last time we talked. We've actually sold a couple since our first discussion. And the success rate, the tenants are happy, and they're taking care of their home, and they have pride in their home, and so it's really been a success.
And Jen, just to verify, we've already been paid back the principal amount and interest. This is just the additional interest for those that are listening in. We're not just waiving it.
Correct. And based on the proposal that's in front of everybody right now, the original 310 in interest has been already paid back. If we continue with the plan that as proposed, and by the time we sell the last home, the county will have received $932,506.98 on a $310,000 loan.
Right.
We don't know when that is, but
Yeah. But those loans originated back in like the late
The-
90s,
yes.
early
Mhm.
2000s.
Yes.
So I think for anybody listening, that seems like a big amount, but.
Correct.
And so we've recouped our initial investment
Correct.
plus the interest, so. And I think you made a good point as well, Jen, just to reiterate that, this is a restricted fund. These are not like
Yeah.
general fund monies that we're
Right.
looking at. So if we were to, go ahead and forgive this interest and not take any more additional interest on a going forward basis, these are restricted funds not hitting the general
right.
fund.
And
So,
the original source of funds was HUD.
yes.
It came from
Yeah.
HUD
Right.
through the state of Ohio's Department of Development to the county.
Yeah, because, everyone hears, oh, we're waiving this, but yet we're complaining, we just don't have enough money in the
Right.
general fund. So that's a good point to bring up,
Yep.
Jill.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think, on a going forward basis, I think, these three projects were kind of unique that they were set up this way.
Yeah.
So, projects that are, ongoing and after this have been set up in the typical fashion where it's like an amortizing loan, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Well, so you'll cut back to us then, once you find out what the township's
I can,
gonna
yeah, I
do?
can, once we talk to the township again on Tuesday, the goal would be to start to move forward with journal
Okay.
entries. I don't know if we're ready to make that for next week, or if.
You'll just let us know then, and then we can
Okay.
vote once
So
you find out.
you said Tuesday you're meeting with the
Tuesday night,
township?
I'm gonna go talk to the township again and try to
Yeah.
re-explain and kind of give some more details on the
I
revolving
mean,
loan
it
funds.
makes sense in this situation.
Right.
So,
Okay.
all right, thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so the second discussion item I have is coming back to the conversation about the sheriff's office vehicles. They wanted to purchase 3 vehicles, so just an overview of where we're at this point. One of the vehicles they wanted to purchase from the Recovery Ohio 2026 grant, and then the other 2 they wanted to purchase from the ICE supply funds. The Recovery Ohio grant, I had mentioned previously that the grant might not completely cover the cost of the vehicle. They're gonna use DVCU funds to cover the remainder, so the entire acquisition.
So when you say the ICE, DHS funds, are those the funds that we get for the housing of the inmates?
So there was an initial
Perfect.
supply order that,
Okay.
so that the overall contract is a reimbursement contract and it's set up on at a certain rate.
Yeah.
This was separate funding that they
Mhm.
did a supply order in advance. So there's $100,000 that they requested in advance to buy supplies, and part of that was specific to vehicles.
Oh, that's right, that's where they broke it down, and there was like 7,500 for training
Mhm.
for an officer, I think.
Yeah, and then the other 100,000 was specific to vehicles. So one is coming from Recovery Ohio and a little bit of DVCU funds. The other 2 would be from ICE supply funds. But the board had a couple questions, so I asked these questions. One was about the additional ongoing costs, and then if there were any vehicles they could sell. Their responses to these were that maintenance and fuel for the Recovery Ohio funded vehicle, their equitable sharing or possibly ICE funds could be used to cover maintenance and fuel. And then the ICE funds could cover the maintenance and fuel for the vehicles that are purchased with the ICE money. So we kind of would have to just follow the vehicle
Yeah.
and every month
Yeah.
apply it to the proper funding.
Right.
So maintenance and fuel would be covered, and then for insurance, their thought is that we would pay that as part of the Corsa bill, so that would be coming from general funds. That's, part of the issue of adding to the fleet is
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
insurance costs go up. And then when I asked about selling vehicles, they said that they don't have anything right now that they would want to sell, that they need to keep the fleet at the size it's at in case they need backup vehicles. I don't know how we can really pursue that any further if, if they have vehicles that as they are, I don't know, not functional anymore, then we could try and auction those, or.
Jackie, do you think that, you know, I'm not sure how much the insurance is, because it looks to me like, as of now, the only thing that's impacting the general fund is the insurance per vehicle.
I would have to check on how much that is per
Yeah.
vehicle, and then, you know.
You know, because we could just charge that back to their general fund, to their budget, right? So,
We
Yeah.
could,
I just don't know how much
Maybe
administratively, and if it's too significant, you know what I'm saying? If it's an insignificant amount, it's, you know, maybe it's not worth the administrative time to do that, but it's, you know, something to look into since that's the only piece that's hitting the general fund that I can see as of
Okay.
now.
yeah, I can look at what that would amount to, and then we can
Yeah.
think about expense correcting that to
Yeah.
their budget.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I would do.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I know it's a lot of information, but I just wanted to bring that back to you and
No,
just
that's
see
fine.
if you were ready to make any decisions on any or all these vehicles, or if you had any other further questions.
Okay, Jackie, just do a quick recap then for these. So, oh, I got it on my phone, hold on. For your email, just so that I make sure I got it clear. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first vehicle, it says it's with the Recovery Ohio grant funding,
Mhm.
is that right? And then, for the fuel maintenance, it says paid by ICE funds or Fund 115, which is the Federal Equitable Sharing, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how much money is in there, or how, I mean, depends, I mean, fuel's expensive right now, and we're gonna add 3 cars, and, you know, how are they gonna be able to sustain that? I mean, because there's where the problem lies. You know, we start out, well, we can take it from this fund, we got it, and then all of a sudden that fund runs out of money, and guess where it's coming back to?
So the ICE funds will run out, you know, that's a limited amount, so that will, you know, dry up eventually, but, the Fund 1115, that's a kind of a challenging one to project, because it's based on, whatever they get from equitable sharing,
Yeah.
and then whatever they're using it for. I could try to take a balance and then project out what we think fuel and maintenance would be. I mean, these aren't brand-new vehicles, so they probably will need
Yeah.
maintenance over time. I could
And we're
try and
actually
estimate.
purchasing these
Mhm.
versus leasing, okay.
Right, so there won't be any lease charges, but it'll just be the
Just the
and fuel.
maintenance and the fuel and the insurance for it. Okay, so, Michelle, you might be able to answer this for Corsa. When we go adding like 3 vehicles and stuff, how, I mean, I'm sure like anything, it depends on what kind of car or whatever.
Sure.
How does that impact the billing for Corsa? I mean, obviously it's gonna increase it, but, I mean, we've got a nice sized fleet, so, I mean, do you know on average or what?
So
Again,
I
I
do-
know it varies.
I can get that for you relatively quick. I have to go to my office. I don't know off the top of my head, and I don't want to give a wrong number.
No, it's
What I
okay.
can tell you is our insurance premium is definitely based per vehicle, because the ranges vary significantly on the value of vehicles. Now, if we add these 3 vehicles this year, we will not receive another invoice from Corsa, just like they don't reduce our invoice if we lose a vehicle. Now, if we gain significant amount, right, like 20, 30-ish, that could become problematic. They'll probably give us an increase. But we will not see any type of an increase the rest of this fiscal year. So I will get a price for you though on what it would cost, generally speaking, per vehicle.
Okay.
I can go and get that now if you
Yeah,
want.
that's fine, yeah, if you wanna go grab it. I was just curious to see, you know, since that's
Yeah.
definitely coming from the general fund as to,
Yeah,
as to the impact.
Yeah, and that could be charged back to their budget, you know.
Yeah, we could,
if it's-
expense
yeah.
correct that. We
Expense
can-
correct that,
Because,
yeah.
yeah, I think there's the detail in the bill, so you can see exactly which vehicles cost what, you
Mhm.
know, so we could do that.
Right. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, yeah.
So do we want to, do you want me to bring this back next week to discuss for a decision, or do you want me to bring resolutions?
I think we'd be ready for resolutions next week,
Yeah,
Sabrina.
I would think next week
Or?
would be
Okay,
fine.
and we can get this information from Michelle.
Yeah, that's
too.
Yeah, I'm just curious
Yeah.
Okay.
to see, since we're like, analyzing everything.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so that's all I have for discussion.
Okay.
Does the board have any other questions about resolution?
The resolutions, I had none on the resolutions.
No, everything looked good on
Yep.
that. And so I'll go ahead and start, and then Michelle can just get us that.
Yep.
In accordance with section 305.30K of the Ohio Revised Code and this board's resolution 21-0396 and this board's resolution 21-0878, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges and approves the county administrator's approval to. I'll make a motion to direct the auditor's office to pay process the July 23rd, 2026 bills, ACH payments, wires, journal vouchers, and then and nows as applicable, contingent upon the verification of the reports as presented by the Portage County Auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second?
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to process the July 23rd, 2026 budget amendments as reviewed and recommended by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to transfer from Fund 0001 General Fund to Fund 1481 Prosecutor's State Grant.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to transfer from Fund 0001 General Fund to Fund 1480 Violence Against Women Act.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yep.
Did you?
I said yeah. Oh.
Jill?
Yes. Didn't hear you. You were quick.
Okay, I'll make a motion to transfer from Fund 1029 Juvenile Court IT Employee to Fund 1027 Common Pleas Court IT Employee.
Second, roll call, please.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to transfer from Fund 1201 Motor Vehicle Gas Tax to Fund 4275 2026 Small Bridge Replacement Seasons Road Bridge.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to authorize grant application in the amount of $97,034.52 to the Edward Byron Memorial Justice Grant Program on behalf of the Portage County Prosecutor's Office.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay, I will make a motion to authorize application to the fiscal year 2026 COPS Law Enforcement Mental Health and Wellness Act Program Grant on behalf of Portage County Sheriff's Office.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to authorize grant application in the amount of $25,000 to the Supreme Court of Ohio Court Improvement Program Technology Grant for the Portage County Juvenile Courts.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
All right,
All right, great. Thanks, Jackie. Appreciate it. Shannon? Internal Services? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
I have some updates for you.
Yay.
Wait till I say that.
You always have good news for us, right?
Sure. A little spending this time.
Oh, boy.
I know. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me get my one.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's see here. At the administration building, they're gonna try to schedule the parking lots again, for next, well, not this coming, well, I guess it's in 2 weeks, so.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so weather permitting, so they're gonna try to do it that weekend for the C lot and the F lot. They'll try to get the striping done. They usually get that, but they don't always get the numbering done. So that'll take maybe another week. But as long as they get the striping done, that usually people find close to their spots.
Yeah.
So it's a little chaos, but it'll be okay. Now with the EMA compressor,
Oh, boy.
yeah, that's how much the cost came in. I did run it by Brian, our HVAC guy. It's not just popping in a compressor. There's a lot to it. You're paying for a lot of man hours. We saved $2,800 basically for the compressor, but you're paying for labor and other parts. It's $2,800 that we saved for the extended warranty. So I wanted to get another quote, but it's very hard to find somebody right now that I can get, and I'm very worried at the moment. that other compressor's gonna.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's working
It's
on its
only
own.
one that I've got
Putting
going.
strain on.
So I did
Mhm.
talk to the construction company that helped, and they said that they believe that that was about the cost.
Oh, okay.
So, because I was like, so, I am going to still try to get out another company, just
Just to kind
for
of.
peace of mind.
Yeah.
So,
So
as
that
we're doing
extended
this,
warranty only covered $2,800?
$2,880. That's just
And the rest is
compressor.
like the maintenance?
It's the
Labor.
the labor, and then parts associated with
Mhm.
the replacement. I know. I was like, is extended warranty really worth that?
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. I mean, in the long run. So.
Well, and we can't work on it ourselves because
No,
of the
'cause then-
warranty.
right.
Yeah.
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 Oh, well, we'll take
It's
20.
5-year warranty, so.
Yeah.
And if the other one goes, then it'll, but I don't know. Fingers crossed. I know, don't say it out loud. I know, don't say it, right? I know, but as our luck's been going lately, it's like, ugh. So. Okay, if you go to the next page, the fuel sensor at the JDC, that's gonna be installed on Monday. Did I skip anything?
No, I was just
Okay.
looking to make sure you.
Okay. So that's the one that was out for the JDC for the generator. So they're gonna install that. And then at the Riddle Block building, the work that's gonna begin for that sanitary line, that's gonna
Yeah.
begin on Monday too.
Monday. Okay.
And then at the Justice Center, the Sheriff's Department, the breaker, the branch circuits that are the backup for the generator that works when the power goes out for, this is in, did I put where it's for? Yeah, in the booking area. It's not backed up. Where they come in and they do booking, where they do the scanning. So if the power goes out, it's not backed up right now. So as of right now, when it comes back on, it's still not working, and they have to call somebody in to reprogram the entire system. So it's costly.
Yeah.
So we need to have that fixed. So it came in, I talked to Rummel, so Rummel's gonna reprogram that, but they have to rerun all the wiring again, because it fried it. And I think the reason is because their power's going out. He thinks because their power keeps going out all the time because of all the storms.
Yeah.
And it's old, so.
Yeah.
So I have to do that, and I do have that in my budget, but it's slowly dwindling. so.
Slowly dwindling down. right?
Especially with that EMA, I was not expecting
Yeah.
that cost
Yeah.
either, so.
It's $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I have it in there, so. But that's all I have, and I only have 4 of the resolutions, so if anybody has any questions on those.
Nope.
I
Okay.
do not.
All right. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners accepts the contract modification number 1 to the engineering agreement with Quality Control Inspection, Inc., QCI, and Portage County for providing professional service for the project known as 2026 Roadway Construction Administration Contract.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to enter into a second amendment to the 1975 agreement for the Fish Creek Sanitary Sewer Wastewater Treatment Plant with Summit County.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to enter into an amendment, number 3, for Title 20 Adult Protective Case Management with Portage County Jobs and Family Services and Family and Community Services.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to amend number 1 of the agreement for legal research services for the Portage County operations with Lexis, plus to revise annual amounts for contracts starting August 1st, 2026 to July 31st, 2029.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Thank you, Shannon.
So my update is, it's approximately $600 per vehicle, for 1 year.
For 1 year,
For 1
okay.
year, yeah.
So,
So it'd be 1,800 then for each one, 3.
for the 3, yeah. Okay.
I can get you a more exact number, but
Oh, no, I
honestly,
was just a
that's
ballpark.
a real good approximate number.
Yeah,
600.
that's good. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, you want to go ahead and do miscellaneous?
Yep.
All right. Board of Commissioners acknowledges receipt of the July 16th, 2026 Certificate of County Auditor that the total appropriations from each fund do not exceed the amended official estimate of resources as presented by the Portage County Auditor's Office received on July 17th, 2026.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the kennel disposition report and intake report for July 6th, 2026 through July 19th, 2026, as presented by the Chief Dog Warden David McIntyre, received on July 23rd, 2026.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the updated June 30th, 2026 Portage County revolving loan fund balance sheet as presented by Neighborhood Development Services, received on July 23rd, 2026. Additional supporting documentation available upon request.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of July 23rd, 2026 Certificate of County Auditor that the total appropriations from each fund do not exceed the amended official estimates of resources as presented by the Portage County Auditor's Office, received on July 24th, 2026.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorizes the submission of a request to the Ohio Department of Development for a 6-month extension for time for the Jagow Park ADA activity under Community Block Grant to Grant B-F-24-1CJ-1.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yep.
Jill?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to amend Resolution 26-0327 adopted June 18th, 2026, Portage County Commissioners Board appointment for the year 2026.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners approves the acceptance of donations to the Office of the Portage County Dog Warden.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorize the resolution to proceed with placing an additional tax levy for the benefit of Portage County, including Portage County Department of Job and Family Services for the purpose of public assistance, human or social services, including children's services, adult services, and relief pursuant to 5705.191 of the Ohio Revised Code.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Jill?
Yes. All right. At this time, do you have anything, Sabrina?
No, I
Commissioner
do
Bennett?
not. I do not, Jill.
Okay.
Thank you.
Michelle, do you have anything at this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Cassidy?
I do not.
Okay, we will take a recess till 11 for public comment.
All right.
Okay, welcome back. Is there anything else to come before the board? Any public comment, Cassidy?
No, ma'am, not today.
All right.
Not today.
All right. Anything else from?
I do not have
Okay.
anything, do you?
No, ma'am.
All right. The only thing I wanted to mention was the back to school, the Ohio sales tax. Program is not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. So you'll save on your Ohio sales tax if you want to buy your school supplies and clothing then. So just wanted to mention that. With that, I'll entertain a motion to.
Jill, on that, is that up to $500?
No, they changed it this year, so it is a lot more restricted this year. They went back to the standard program in 2025 and 2026. They had the expanded program, which it encompassed a lot more merchandise up to $500. Now they've really rolled it back. It's clothing up to $75 per piece of clothing, school supplies $20, and there was another one, and school instructional materials also at $20 or less. So they've really restricted the products that it relates to. So yeah, good question. But that will be August 7th through August 9th, and you'll save on your Ohio sales tax. So just something to keep in mind to save some money. Okay.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second, roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes?
Jill?
Yes. All right, thank you.